The People of Paper by Salvador Plascencia. I love that name, Plascencia. This is a first printing with the correct back cover sleeve. I put the condition at acceptable and poor. I have a number of notes here. I'll go over the notes and we'll look at the book. Considerable rubbing at all hard edges, resulting in a loss of color at the top and bottom edges, the full length of the edges at the spine and hinge, the head and tail of the spine, the minor stain on the front cover at the top half of the foredge. The graphics are surprisingly good. It's not, the front and back cover is not particularly rubbed. It's not rubbed, it's not scratched, but all the hard edges and corners have a fair bit of rubbing. There is a 2.5-inch closed tear at the bottom of the back cover sleeve, and I just called it poor for that alone. Given the issues with the rubbing, it's easier just to say it's terrible. The binding is tight, the text block is solid, the pages are white and bright, clean, crisp. So let's take a look at it. And if it were most any other book, I'd be a lot less interested in this. But decent copies of this edition are a pain to find. And I was happy with this one for quite a good while. They're hard to find, they're expensive when you find them. I've got a couple of better copies now, and so I'm upgrading. But this one served me well for a long time. I've been happy to have it. So we've got really very little rubbing on the graphics. It's a beautiful cover. But all of the edges, all of the hard edges, the color on this, as is true with most McSweeney's books, the color rubs off like that. So we have rubbing all over. The corners are all good. The corners are not bumped, they're not soft, but the shelfware has taken some of the color off. There's a little bit of stain right here, some sort of liquid, I think. You see we have wear on all of the edges on the spine. We also have a loss of color here. I suspect there was a sticker here at some point. Just the way, looking at the wear, I kind of see a rectangle. I think a sticker got taken off of here improperly. It doesn't feel and it doesn't look like there's been a loss of material. It's simply a loss of color. Here we have the closed tear, but a long one on the back cover sleeve. The sleeve is correct for this state. And the cover again, the cover really looks nice. It's not worn, it's not scratched. We've got rubbing. It's framed in rubbing. Beautiful end papers. Check out the picture. I took a picture of the end paper. Shows up better in the picture. But the pages are bright, white, clean, crisp. It's a much better copy than it looks like. But I've knocked it down to acceptable because I really don't have any choice. And that's fine. If the condition is too rough, if it's too rubbed for people, which it will be for a lot of people, particularly for what I plan to price it at, I'll keep it. This was my first copy of this book, and I'm happy to hang on to it. There you go, the people of paper, rubbed, acceptable. There you go. It is what it is.